Hello Facebook, how is everybody? Hello YouTube, hope everybody is super well. Welcome to Monday, welcome to the start of a great week. Oh my goodness, we're nearly there, aren't we? It's the run up to Christmas. Lots of good things to share. I think let's stay positive, let's stay strong, let's just smile. Smile and breathe. Is everyone breathing? Oh, just let everything else drift away. And we'll just focus on nice things for the next 30-40 minutes. So I am going to be chatting to a great Pilates teacher, Amanda Kemp, and I'm going to be chatting about a special Pilates party that she's doing for charity for the Trussell Trust for Food Bank for Christmas. So I thought that would be really fun. That's why I'm still in my gym kit. I was in the gym this morning. And that's why I thought I could talk about a couple of gym things, but not too much gym, because obviously it's more like gin at this time of year, isn't it? But just a quick update. I know a lot of you have been using the strong nutrients, and maybe it was a bit ambitious for us to start thinking about slimming down at this time of year. This is the Amino Slim, which I know lots of you have got, which I've been using, and I've been taking 5 first thing in the morning. And if you listen to the update from Zana Morris, there is a Liz Loves, by the way, 15% on, just use Liz Loves all in capitals on that. But she says, and I read one of her comments about it, that Amino Slim is quite a fussy supplement as to when you should take it. So it needs to be on a completely empty stomach. So she says that you can either take it at last thing at night, so you have to have had, I think, 2.5 hours before you've eaten something, or after you've eaten something, so your tummy is empty, okay? So for me, that doesn't really work so well, because I do tend to eat a bit late. I know I shouldn't, but I do tend to, especially now I've got my university kids home, and you know, things just get later and later. So I said to her, could I take it first thing in the morning instead, because obviously you wake up with an empty tummy. And she said yes, but there's two ways this one works. The first is that it activates growth hormone, which is released while we sleep, which is why taking it last thing at night is really effective, really helpful. Or the other way is if you're going to do some exercise. So that's why I thought, actually, do you know, I try and do my exercise first thing in the morning. Don't always do it, but you know, kind of mostly that's when I'm doing it. So for me, like this morning, I woke up, first thing I did was take 5 of these. Then I went and did some exercise. Didn't take too long, actually. I did like 15 minutes this morning. I was doing with Michael Gary online, so we were just lifting some weights, and he had me doing step ups and that kind of thing. Really simple, but you know, enough to be out of breath and to feel that, you know, I was doing something, and hopefully releasing that growth hormone as well, and then hopefully helping the Amino Slim to activate. So that's just as a little reminder, if you are taking this or you want to try it. For me, it was interesting, and I know we shouldn't get hung up or hooked on the scales and how much we weigh, because obviously what we're doing is we're trying to develop and preserve muscle. That's why I take my creatine, for example, have a teaspoon of that in my coffee every morning. And muscle, we know, weighs heavier than fat. Okay, so that's why once we start to tone up and slim down and shape up with more muscle mass, and we become stronger and fitter, which is what it's all about, we will inevitably become heavier, which I know is a kind of a hard thing, isn't it? It kind of messes with your mind when you get on the scales and you think, oh my goodness, you know, I weigh the same, or I weigh even more. You know, how can that be? But actually what really matters is that we are shifting the fat and slimming down, slimming our shape and getting more of the muscle that's making us stronger and speeding up our metabolism, etc. So I definitely feel, I put on a winter skirt at the weekend actually, which I hadn't worn since last winter, and it was really loose, and I thought, oh, this is a good sign. Even with the lockdown pounds, you know, those 5 lockdown pounds, they're still here, they're still, you know, following me around somewhere. So I think for me, I am not weighing any less, but I think I am definitely, my shape is slightly changing. And when Zana talks about the Amino Slim, it's very much about fat around the middle, this sort of hormonal fat here. And also, do you know, I'm eating more, you know, because I'm having the odd mince pie and I'm eating a bit more chocolate and my kids are home. So we're, you know, having a glass of wine in the evening, whereas I might not have done that. So I think I'm taking on more calories, but actually staying the same. So anyway, I just throw that out there if that's helpful. If you're thinking about starting it, it may be better to wait till the new year. Just because I don't want you to get despondent and think this isn't working. But I know that Zana is brilliant. She's really, really good at answering her messages. If you just tag her in a comment at Zana Morris or direct message her, she'll get back to you. She's really, really good like that. And yeah, use your Liz Loves discount code. And the other thing that I was going to mention, lots of you have mentioned this one. This one I am taking, and I am going to continue, and I'd suggest everybody gets it right now. It's the Chill Pill. Did you hear Zana talk about it? I think it's really good. In fact, I'm just about to order another pot for my middle daughter, who is, you know, like so many of our young people, just, you know, feeling a bit more anxious about everything at the moment. So this is the vitamin B5, which is pantothenic acid. Some of you have asked how much is in a capsule, 460 micrograms in a capsule. Zana says that we need to take 5, okay, 5 of these guys at a time. She says there's no issue with overloading, you know, you can't do that, it's a safe supplement. Again, if you've got queries, please direct them to her. And it's all about, it says here, it's about the normal synthesis of critically important neurotransmitters, as well as supporting the body's production of anti-stress hormones. Okay, so there we go, contributing to a normal energy and mental performance. So it says on here, take 1 a day, but she says if you, you know, like for now, you could do it as a cycle, like for a month, a 4-week cycle, take 5. Okay, it's called Chill Pill. That's what it is. I mean, she was running out, so go and grab them on the website if you've got them. I'm using it. I think it's good, and I'm going to give it to my daughters because I think it's helpful. So I just throw that out there. Something else I think is really helpful for women, and I posted about this at the weekend, is the probiotics, the rhamnosus and the L. reuteri. Thank you also for all your really kind comments on my YouTube video. I recorded a kind of a really personal one on Thursday, and it, you know, it was quite it was quite hardcore in a way, because I was talking about vaginal atrophy and recurrent UTIs and pelvic infections and cystitis and all of those things. Last week was Vaginal Atrophy Awareness Week, so I was supporting that with a podcast that I did with Diane Danzybrink, which if you haven't listened to that, please do listen to it. It's amazing. It's my Friday 5 from a few days ago. But I also recorded this vlog that I put on YouTube, and I talked about some of the things that have been helpful for me for cystitis particularly. And one of them is this OptiBac. This arrived in the post this morning. This is my new order. I actually went on and ordered more using my Liz Loves code. I've already had these in the fridge. You know, you can tell I'm a genuine fan. And the reason that I like this one, if you can see it, it says on it for women. So it's a very specifically formulated supplement for women's pelvic health. And the 2 strains of bacteria it contains are reuteri and rhamnosus, Lactobacillus reuteri and Lactobacillus rhamnosus. And they have really been shown to help. And honestly, I wouldn't be without this. And so when I knew that I was going to be talking about it, I asked my team if they would contact OptiBac to see if they would give us all a discount, and they have. So I think it runs until Saturday. So if you haven't got it yet, do please grab it. It's Liz Loves. It's on the OptiBac website. I think Betty, you're doing Facebook this morning, my lovely, or this afternoon. I think Betty will hopefully do a link, and there is a link on Instagram in Linktree. Otherwise, just head to their website. I think it's optibac.com or .co.uk. I mean, it's quite simple. You'll find them anyway through the links on Instagram. Liz Loves, all in capitals, gets you 20% off, which is really good because it is quite an expensive supplement, but I really rate it, okay? And as I say, I have just reordered. But it's only on this one. It's only on the purple one for women. Okay, so don't try and use it across all the website because it won't work. It is specifically for this one and just for the week while I've been talking about it. So thank you, OptiBac. Really happy to have that and to share. Now, I mentioned at the beginning that I would be talking to a Pilates instructor who contacted me about a charity party. Isn't this fun? A charity Pilates party that we can all join in with. So I'm going to see whether Amanda is here. Hi Nikki, nice to see you. Do they help with UTIs? Yes, absolutely they do. Absolutely. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Also, please watch my vlog on YouTube because I talk a lot about things like vaginal estrogen. Completely safe. It's localized, so even women who are having ongoing cancer treatment can use localized vaginal based estrogen. Lots on Menopause Doctor website about that if you want to know more. So yeah, it's a multi-pronged approach that you can take. So you can use estrogen cream, for example, that you can get from your GP. Don't go through the compounded, unregulated stuff. Make sure that any hormones you use are regulated from your GP or proper medical expert. And then various supplements. So I talk about things like D-mannose, I talk about garlic capsules, and I talk about these particular probiotics. Okay, so check it out. Right, let's move on to Pilates. Here we go. Amanda, are you there? Let's see. Can you take if pregnant? Yes, you can. Is Amanda going to be here? Connecting. Hey, how are you? I'm very well. I'm just going to see if I can turn my volume up. Have you got your volume up? Let's see. Now, it's not hugely better for me. How is it for everybody else? Let me know. Why is my volume not going up here? Let's try this. Right. Okay, Amanda, talk to me.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Everybody is good. Yeah, we're having lots of hearts and thumbs up. Just to say, apologies for Facebook and YouTube. Obviously, you can't see the lovely Amanda, but you will be able to hear her, which is the most important thing. And we can all see you on Instagram. So tell us your story, because you messaged me on Instagram, didn't you, about this Pilates party, asking if I could talk about it. And here we are. So tell us about it.
Finally agreed, thank you. So I was thinking about Christmas and how you can do a little bit to help as normal. And I know the Trussell Trust does an amazing job.
Yeah, I love them.
The food banks across the UK, I think they've got like more than 1,000 that they support.
Wow.
Yeah. And, of course we could have donated and given to those food banks, but I just thought actually there is something else that I can do as a Pilates teacher. I can teach Pilates. So I just contacted a few other people that I've worked with over the years, that I've done training courses with, or just people that I follow on Instagram who I find inspiring as teachers.
Right.
And I was overwhelmed that everyone came back and said, that's a great idea, we'd love to be involved. So even the teachers from the States who...
Oh, brilliant.
They're like, yeah, we'd love to help out.
So this is going to be an online party on Saturday. And this Saturday coming. So what are the timings and how can we join in?
So to join, it's on Instagram. I thought it would be simpler that way than trying to do Facebook as well, because every teacher is going to be broadcasting through my own Instagram IGTV.
Great.
So it starts at 8 o'clock.
In the morning?
8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Yep.
But not that early, there's classes throughout the day, finishing 8 p.m. So it's going to be one, the other, back to back. And then after 8 o'clock, I'm afraid we're competing with Strictly Final.
Oh no, can't compete. I mean, build to win. Who's with me on this? Did you see it? I mean, I have to say, I didn't think that this weekend was his best. But I mean, talk about what did he do? Did he do the tango to Metallica? Was it the tango, or was it? No, it was. What's the other one with the bullfighty thing? Anyway, I mean, it was just quite an extraordinary thing. I digress. But you're very wise not to go up against the Strictly Final.
Well, I think we will be. Sort of some of it, because at 8 o'clock there are two incredible musicians that I really recommend that people check out. So James Kirby, a UK musician, singer-songwriter, Savannah Jane, an American kind of country folk singer. Again, they both play guitar. They're amazing. They've got incredible voices.
Oh, brilliant. Well, of course, if it's on your IGTV, we can catch up later, can't we? Because it'll be saved on there.
Yes. In fact, I'm hoping all the classes will be...
Paso Doble. That was the dance. Paso Doble. Sorry, brain's gone. And so which class are you going to do? How can we get to see your one?
My one is at 12 p.m. till 1 p.m. So midday.
Great. And what kind of level can we expect? You know, if we're somebody who's never done Pilates, is it going to be okay for us to join in?
Yes, I think most of the teachers are going to pitch it at levels where you can work a bit harder if you want to, if you've done Pilates before.
Yeah.
Some of the teachers who are taking part in this are, very respected in their Pilates training
Amazing.
arena.
What a great thing. I mean, if you're into Pilates, if you're new, or if you're into it, to have all these teachers gathered together. And how then does Trussell Trust benefit? How are you going to raise the money?
So we've already got some donations having come in. I have a fundraising page. The link on my bio is direct to that fundraising page.
Great.
So if you need to donate, just follow that link. 100% of the money goes direct to the trust. So everyone, very generously. Like I said, I think it will appeal to those real Pilates disciples that love it, and they'll be challenged. But equally, like you say, people who have never tried it before and just wonder what's in is Pilates, and it's more than just a bit of breathing and stretching. Just get that in there.
Oh, I remember. I mean, I was talking to the lovely Natalie Clough earlier in lockdown, in the first lockdown, and she was, saying how when Joseph Pilates, invented it, it was all to do with helping those with respiratory lung infections. I mean, that was the extraordinary thing. This is why it's so relevant for now. Whether it's COVID or whether it's this time of year and you're looking at, pneumonia and flu and just chest infections and colds and things, just having that way of opening up the chest and strengthening and breathing and getting that capacity built into our lungs.
Yeah, getting the blood flowing around the body and actually making space for your internal organs, because we're all, most of the time, shoulders up here. Now it's cold as well.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's like this, isn't it? You've just got to, I really, I remember Natalie always says when I see her, she says, unhook your shoulders. It's like, just remember, oh yes, they're up here. Oh, right, I'm going to unhook them and pull them down. And it's all about setting, isn't it? You can probably see it if I go side on. Isn't it all about setting? So you pull your tummy in so you get your core really working, and then you pull your shoulders back so you're sort of set in an active pose. Is that right?
I don't like to say about pulling in, because I think it leads gripping. It's more, I'd say, a gentle engagement.
Engaging,
so, posture, like from the crown of the head lifting up, and the feet pushing into the floor. So that already.
So you're doing that, aren't you?
Yeah. And then you think about your breath. You're breathing out into your rib cage, giving you more space there. And with the shoulders, you want to keep them. You're not wearing them as earrings. You want to keep down here, but not creating that tension by rounding them back.
I hope everyone's sitting up and standing up really straight after listening to you. It's, whenever I talk to any of you wonderful people, it's just like an instant reminder, isn't it? Oh, right, gosh, better just stand up straight and get my core on, engage my core, and, squeeze my pelvic floor and all of that, which we just forget, don't we? We get out of the habit of it, and it's so vital, particularly for women. I mean, we were talking about pelvic health just now. It's all part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, also on the pelvic health, really important to be able to release the pelvic floor. And I know a lot of Pilates teachers are guilty of, always having the pelvic floor engaged, and that can cause problems as well, where it's always tense. You do need to be able to release
to let it go. Yeah.
That's important, yeah.
Well, I shall definitely be joining you at some point. What I love about the fact that it's a whole day is so often, my day kind of goes out of control, especially now I've got my kids home, and, I think about, I'm going to do this, and then I miss it. I miss the class. But if you've got, 12 hours of Pilates, there's going to be something, isn't there?
Yeah, and you can dip in and out, so
yeah,
that's the joy of it. And, I just hope lots of people can join and feel something different in their body, maybe, that, they're trying teacher. Everyone
Well,
teaches.
great time to be doing it when we're all just a little bit stressed, to put it mildly. Remind us your Instagram handle again so that we all know it.
Okay, so it's Kemp, Kemp_Pilates.
Kemp Pilates. Brilliant. Well, I can see from all the chat that's going on here, you're going to have some new followers. So thank you very much for your time. Wish you masses of luck with it. And it's a great charity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Bye. Oh, doesn't that sound such a great initiative? We've got quite a bit online, actually, if you want, talking about Pilates, because I just do think it's such a great thing. That's interesting. Val is saying that she saw something on a Jane Lewis IGTV, who's written the Pelvic Floor Bible, that having pelvic floor that's too tight can cause just as much of a problem as too loose. So who knew, honestly? I guess like all these things, it's all about balance, isn't it? You know, whatever it is that we're talking about, whether we're talking about food or exercise or, you know, it's just balance. It's trying to be well balanced, trying to get the balance right and not being too strict and too stressy about stuff, because otherwise it just doesn't work, does it? You know, you've just got to be able to build these things, weave little pockets of something into regular life. And brilliant, I should be there on Saturday. If you don't know the Trussell Trust, it's a great charity. I remember when it first started, there was a church I used to go to in Salisbury, and there was a guy there, Chris Mould, who I'm pretty sure was the founder of Trussell Trust. And I remember he started these food banks. I mean, this must be, oh, wow. I mean, more than 10 years ago, maybe 12 years, maybe something like that. And it's just been incredible to see. And I have watched their journey over the years. And, you know, very, very sad that more and more people are needing their help and support. But obviously at Christmas, it's a really good way of getting involved. I've just seen my mum's joined Facebook. Hello. You made it this week in real time. Thank you. That means you don't have to message me on my phone. Okay? You can message me on Facebook instead. So what was I going to share with you today? So we are continuing the 12 days of Christmas. So those of you who've been watching regularly will know that each of my lives over the last few weeks, I've been doing the 12 days of Christmas, highlighting one of the lovely brands that we've been working with here at Liz Earle Wellbeing with a Liz Loves. And there is a lovely young entrepreneur who's created this brand called House of Lila. She's called Chantal Mbiki. And she has created these really lovely teas and candles that you have together. So she has these really beautiful ceramic pots. This is one here. Which one is this? I think its label's fallen off. Anyway, oh, it smells really good. I'm holding it to you to smell. You can't smell it, can you? But oh, trust me, that smell is good. You can see I've been using that because I really like it. And it comes with different teas. This is one called Loving Kindness, which I really like, which is cocoa and orange rooibos. There's one here, cotton candy and strawberry black tea, enchanted carousel. This one here, this sounds really nice if you're a coconut fan. This is coconut and mango green tea, tropical escape. And basically we have got a Liz Loves from Chantal, so it's 15% off all her lovely things. This is day 10 of our 12 days of Christmas, and that's for the tea and candle set. Okay, so I did a little IGTV live with Chantal a couple of months ago, and she's a young London-based female founder, young entrepreneur, and she's doing things really well, and she's got great sustainability and a great ethic. She is supporting Arts Emergency. So I'm just going to have a look at her website here, and she says on activism, she is someone who uses all forms of creative expression as tools to drive social change. There you go. And fight against injustice and oppression. And she says that through beautifully crafted products and art-related projects, she wants to reignite kids' imagination and spark their ambition. Isn't that great? So she's joined forces with Arts Emergency as a mentor of young kids in London, particularly from deprived areas. And then in addition, 10% of all the House of Lila profits are donated to their work. So it's just great. You know, I think it's really important that when we're shopping, we look for brands that we can admire and respect, and brands that put back. You know, I think we can all do well by doing good. You know, it doesn't have to be all about greed and all about for ourselves and how much can we grab and how much can we make, but actually what can we do with what we have to, yes, you know, be successful in business and to create good, strong brands and all of that. About this. I always love a nice saving, and this is Life Armour, and I've spoken to Mariska before, and do you know, during lockdown there have been a few things that I really found genuinely helpful, and Life Armour was one. And it was kind of a weird thing because she launched her brand just at the beginning of the first lockdown, Life Armour, and obviously nobody could have foreseen what was going to happen, and actually some of the products that she has are so spot on and helpful, and I'm just very grateful that I discovered Mariska early, because the two that I take, Drops of Balance, which is an adaptogenic herb blend containing things like ashwagandha, which just takes the edge off. It just really helps to balance and calm if you're beginning to feel a little bit overwhelmed and you just want something that is actually really, so many people have said, so helpful, and I think it's great. I'm just about to put a new order in actually to make sure that I've got plenty, and I'm going to give them to my girls as well because I just think they would be really helpful. I should probably give them to my boys too, but you know, certainly I just think anybody who is showing any signs of anxiety or stress, it would be a really useful thing. And then the other one, which I absolutely take religiously every night without fail, are the Drops of Slumber. And I ran out a couple of weeks ago and I thought, oh, that doesn't really matter. You know, I'm taking lots of magnesium, that's helping me sleep. And, you know, I've got my lavender oil on my pillow and, you know, it'll be fine, you know. And anyway, I was not fine. I mean, I slept, but it was not the good quality deep sleep that I get with Drops of Slumber. And, you know, when you look at the different ingredients in there, the herbs that really are proven, like the passiflora, the passion flower, there's really just proven to help with switching off the brain, the overactive mind, the worrying, and encouraging a good night's sleep. And I genuinely think it's very, very good. Anyway, I digress, because the really important thing, as well as to say that these things really work, is that there is a massive saving at the moment. Okay, so we have a regular 10% Liz Loves, which is brilliant, and we're very grateful for that. So if you need to go back and buy more, then you can using your discount. However, at the moment they're doing a special bundle. Okay, so you get any 3 of those drops at a saving, and you can then apply your 10% Liz Loves on top of that. So it's like one of these double deals, which is just always so great when that happens. So overall, it saves you about 30%. Yeah, about a third off, okay? So I am definitely going to be taking advantage of that. I'm going to be stocking up. I'm going to be stocking up for those in my family who are struggling with a little bit of anxiety and not sleeping so well. I'm going to be buying more for myself. And this offer goes up. It's valid until Christmas Eve, but if you want them before Christmas, then second class orders, the final posting date is the 18th, which is unbelievably lots of comments actually coming in about organic wine. I've just seen one here. This is from Tracy, actually on YouTube. Hi Tracy, very nice to have you. I hope you're enjoying your YouTube on Catch Up. And you've said, I think this was about my YouTube video that I did on organic wine. You said, great video, really loved this. I've been looking into organic wine. I ordered the mixed case. I've had 2 bottles already and really love it. Can't wait to drink the rest, saving the Prosecco didn't know that until not that long ago. It's because they leave the skin of the red grapes in with, I think they call it the must or the jus, as it's fermenting. And it's those anthocyanins, those lovely red, purpley red antioxidants that give red wine the dark colour. But of course, all the grapes, they just get picked off the vines and put into the big tub for pressing. So anything that's on the skin of the grape is going to go into the wine, obviously. So that's yet another reason why, particularly with red wine, I always try and make sure that I'm drinking organic. And then if they make white wine, they remove the skins. So that's how it was part of the Mrs. Thatcher enterprise allowance scheme that got him and a couple of mates aged about 19 off the ground with their organic wine company, and here they are, 30 years later. It's great. So see if I can find it here. So we did this box selection. It's all organic and biodynamic vegan wines with my great friend Richard Bampfield, who is a master of wine, and we had very hard afternoon, obviously doing lots of wine tasting, just to make sure, got to be sure that it was all good, and it is all very, very good. So Neil said that he, I think Wednesday is the last day guaranteed before Christmas. He said they're completely inundated with orders, which is really nice. But they can probably, they may well be able to deliver, but if you want it guaranteed, then don't delay. So that is it in the magazine if you want to see. So yes, Tracy, 3 bottles of Prosecco are in the box, and a bottle of rosé, 4 bottles of white, and 3 bottles of red, including that one from Sting and Trudy Styler, which is their organic Chianti from their Florentine estate, and then that lovely pudding wine called Heaven on Earth, which is very delicious. And actually something else, just flicking through here, which is very delicious, which I'm going to be making. I'm doing a few videos this afternoon. I'm going to be filming them here in the kitchen. You've got it. I don't know if anyone's made these yet, but they are so cute. Look at that picture. They are little mini Christmas pudding energy balls. Isn't that great? So these are like healthy energy balls. You know how I do like my beauty bombs? They're really good to make. They're a mixture of dried fruits and nuts and seeds and ginger and all sorts of lovely things. And then on the top, you can decorate them to make them look like little mini Christmas puddings here. And that is using some white chocolate, melted white chocolate on the top, and just a couple of little red, you could use glacé cherries or dried cranberries or goji berries just to get the little holly berries, and some pumpkin seeds that make the holly. Can you see that? So yeah, you can make holly out of cranberries and pumpkin seeds and white chocolate. So yes, I'm going to be making those. And in fact, talking about chocolate, one of my favourite chocolate companies is Salcombe Dairy. Hi Salcombe Dairy if you're watching, and I'm so enjoying my advent calendar. I'm having I've got to show you, haven't I? I mean, I can't just, sit here and wave a bar of chocolate at you without actually showing it. So this is what it looks like. So it's a lovely sort of naturally creamy colour, and it's got a really good snap. This is what real chocolate connoisseurs always, they listen to the snap. It's really good. It has no palm oil. This is one of the big differences with the white chocolate. There's no vegetable oil. What are we using in here? You've got literally cocoa butter, so that's from the natural cocoa pod, raw cane sugar, whole milk powder, natural vanilla extract, and vanilla seeds. That's it. Really, really good. And these guys, they make it down in Salcombe, so they are a real traditional bean to bar chocolate company, family run. You may remember that I discovered them at Easter time when we were trying to get hold of Easter eggs for everybody during lockdown, and they stayed up all night as a family making and dispatching Easter eggs just so that we would all make the posting date. So since then we've developed a really nice relationship, and I just think they're great. And it says here, these they started with organic cacao nibs from the Peruvian rainforest. And I would love to go and see you guys. I think maybe to celebrate next Easter and Easter eggs, maybe we could I could come and do a live from down in Salcombe. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, so that is just to say I'm going to be using that as the white chocolate to go on top of my little Christmas pudding energy balls. And something else that they've got, which is really, I mean, this is quite an amazing thing. Look at this. This has got all these chocolate bars in it. Isn't that amazing? If you want to give an amazing hamper to somebody. So this says Merry Christmas. It's like a little book. It's a book of chocolates. How cool. How very, very cool. So I've got a book of chocolates, and then we've got little mini chocolate bars. You know, I don't like all the vegetable fat that they put in it. It's like, if you're going to eat a bit of chocolate, let's have a proper bit of chocolate, okay? Again, it's all about balance. Don't have to give anything up, but just have less but better is my motto. It's like eating meat. Yeah, definitely, but less but better. You know, don't eat it every day. You know, change it around and buy better quality grass-fed, lamb, beef, organic chicken, that kind of thing, rather than just having it as a, you know, everyday, you know, the kind of intensively farmed stuff. So dark chocolate tangerine, very nice. I'm going to resist the urge to open this. I will sniff it. Oh, it smells great. And this is interesting. I have not seen this one before. This is dark chocolate with mango. How nice does that sound? Mango. Reminds me of my time in Kenya, where the mangoes grow wild and you have to get to the mango trees before the monkeys do, because they eat all the mangoes. And then when you come near them, because that was one of the things when I was recording my little vlog about UTIs and cystitis. It is the key thing. You've got to keep flushing everything through. You've got to really overload your system with water just for a short period of time, just to really dislodge all the E. coli that's sticking around the bladder and the urethra, just to keep flushing it through. So a reminder for that. So before I go, I just wanted to read out a couple of little lovely comments which came in, and my team have sent them to me with permission to share, which is great. Thank you very much. this one here, oh my goodness, this is from Zoe. What day are we today? What's the date? Can anyone remind me? I can't remember what the date is. You have to tell me. Oh, it's the 14th. Okay, thank you. So this, Zoe, it's your birthday on the 16th. So happy birthday. I loved your email. You said, "Dear Liz and Wellbeing team, we've almost done it. 2020. We've survived. We are strong. We are feeling good for what challenges 2021 may have for us. Thank you for helping me through this crazy year. So many ups and downs. You guys have been amazing, inspiring, and a huge part for me personally on getting through 2020. The recipes, the juices, the gut box, the codes, making kombucha, the clothes, the slumber drops. Yes, Zoe, 30% off at the moment. Grab those. The headbands. Yes, love Annie's headbands. They've still got 10% off those as well. I could go on. My Liz Earle Insta family. A milestone in itself, but this year will be mainly without celebration and more contemplation. Huge challenges have been thrown at me like so many of us this year, too many to mention. But I'm healthy, happy, soon to be jobless, getting made redundant, but strong and resilient. With so much of this due to your work, the guys that you have done this year, providing invaluable information, support and ways to help ourselves to look good, be strong, feel good and smell nice. And face each day as a new challenge. Merry Christmas to you all at Liz Earle Wellbeing. Let's rock 2021. Oh, Zoe, I could not have put it better. Let's rock 2021. Sending you a lot of love, especially for the 16th, and huge luck for all that lies ahead. And you're so right, you know, staying strong, resilient, focused. There's a lot that we can do. You know, life is a bit shit and a bit tough for a lot of us. But actually, you know, stronger together, and there are lots of good things that that come out of bad. And I'm sure we'll be talking more about that in the future. Just to say, by the way, before I go, we do still have the special subscription offer. I mentioned this, I think, on my Instagram, maybe on Saturday. So you get there's money off. So you get 6 issues sent to you for the price of 5, or you can give it as a gift with free P&P. And talking about a gift, at the moment, there are a limited number of these little beauties. I love this. This is another great British female founder-led brand, Isla Apothecary. And it's a blend of really delicious waxes. This is the one that I have beside my bed every night. I pop it on my nails and cuticles and heels and anywhere that I want to. Really, you can use it on lips, little dry, flaky patches, wherever. Oh, I think that might have been the postman. I heard somebody knocking at the door. It's probably time to go, isn't it? Anyway, this comes free with your subscription, and you can either have it sent to you. You just let them know at Warner's, you just put a little note saying, please send the gift to me at this address, which is probably going to be your billing address, or if not, then they'll just send it along with to the same address they send the magazine. Now the gifts get sent separately, and they get sent just after Christmas. Okay, so just so that you know that it will be coming, but they go separately once the direct debit is processed. Anyhow, I think it's a lovely thing, and of course, if you want to renew your subscription, then take advantage of it. You know, you can set your subscription up to renew in, you know, March, for example, if you want to. You don't have to do it right now this minute, and then grab the free gift. So, you know, lovely. Thank you very much to all you lovely people at Earle Apothecary for giving us those. I do genuinely like it. It's not something that I would do as a subscription gift if I didn't think it was genuinely good. So thank you for that. Hope you love it. It's a very nice present, of course, to give somebody. Give the gift that gives on giving all year round. That's what we're trying to do, all year round. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you for all your comments. I will be back with you live on Wednesday. Tomorrow I've got some more recipes going up on YouTube if you want to take a look. I'm going to be busy filming those a little bit later on. Back in my studios live on Wednesday, and then I'll have a new vlog that will go live on YouTube on Thursday. So I look forward to seeing you in the week. Keep your comments and questions coming, won't you? And I'll get back to as many of you as I can. Lots of love. Have a great day. Bye.